So, before we dive into specific tools, let's make sure we're all on the same page about what generative AI actually is. Generative AI refers to artificial intelligence systems that can create new content, text, images, audio, video, code, and more, based on the patterns they've learned from vast amounts of existing data. This is different from traditional AI, which was primarily designed to recognize patterns or make predictions. Generative AI doesn't just analyze, it creates. When you type a prompt into ChatGPT and get a full paragraph back, or when you describe an image and Midjourney produces it in seconds, that's generative AI at work. It's a fundamental shift in how we interact with technology, and understanding it is the first step to using it well. Now let's look at the big players, the AI platforms you're most likely to encounter and use on a regular basis. We have ChatGPT from OpenAI, which is arguably the most widely known. There's Claude from Anthropic, Gemini from Google, Microsoft Copilot, which is deeply integrated into Microsoft 365, and Perplexity AI, which functions more like a research engine. On the creative side, we have Grok from xAI, that's Elon Musk's company, integrated with X, formerly Twitter. Then for productivity and presentations, we have Notion AI and Gamma. And for image generation, we have Adobe Firefly, Midjourney, and Canva AI. Each of these tools has its own strengths, its own ideal use cases, and its own limitations. The key is knowing which one to reach for and when. Let's start with ChatGPT. This is the tool that really launched the generative AI era into mainstream consciousness. ChatGPT is a large language model developed by OpenAI, and it's exceptionally versatile. Its core strengths lie in writing, brainstorming, summarizing documents, drafting emails, creating outlines, generating ideas, and even helping with light coding tasks. It's the AI equivalent of a brilliant, tireless assistant who's read almost everything and can help you draft, think through, or explain almost anything. Best use cases include content creation, drafting communications, building frameworks, explaining complex topics in plain language, and generating first drafts that you then refine. One consideration, ChatGPT can occasionally produce confident sounding but incorrect information, sometimes called hallucinations, so always verify important facts before relying on them. Next up is Claude, developed by Anthropic. Claude is often described as the thoughtful, nuanced writer of the AI world. It's particularly strong at long-form writing, handling very long documents without losing context, and producing text that feels natural and human. Claude excels at tasks that require careful reasoning, detailed analysis, and writing that needs a genuine tone. Things like summarizing lengthy reports, drafting sensitive communications, or working through complex problems step by step. Many users find Claude's writing style more polished and less mechanical than some other models. Best use cases include document analysis, long-form content, professional writing, and tasks where accuracy and careful reasoning are critical. The main consideration is that Claude's tool integrations are more limited compared to ChatGPT's plugin ecosystem. Now let's talk about Gemini, Google's AI platform. Gemini is deeply integrated into the Google ecosystem, which is its biggest strength. If your workflow lives in Gmail, Google Docs, Google Sheets, or Google Drive, Gemini can work inside those tools in a way that other AI platforms simply can't match natively. It can summarize your emails, help draft documents, analyze data in spreadsheets, and generate content directly inside your existing Google Workspace. Gemini also has strong real-time web access, meaning it can pull current information rather than relying solely on its training data. Best use cases include anyone heavily invested in the Google ecosystem, research tasks requiring current information, and productivity tasks within Google Workspace. Consider that its creative writing output can sometimes feel less polished compared to Claude or ChatGPT. Microsoft Copilot is the AI productivity partner built directly into Microsoft 365. If your organization runs on Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, or Teams, Copilot is designed to work seamlessly inside those applications. It can draft emails in Outlook, generate PowerPoint presentations from a prompt, summarize Teams meeting notes, and analyze data in Excel, all without leaving the apps you already use. This tight integration is its defining advantage. Best use cases include organizations already on Microsoft 365 subscriptions, anyone who spends significant time in Word or PowerPoint, and teams that need AI assistance embedded in their existing workflow. The consideration is that full Copilot functionality typically requires a Microsoft 365 Copilot subscription on top of your existing license, so there's an additional cost to factor in. Perplexity AI takes a different approach from the others. It's designed specifically as an AI-powered research assistant. Think of it as a smarter, more conversational search engine. When you ask Perplexity a question, it searches the web in real time and synthesizes an answer with citations so you can actually verify where the information is coming from. This makes it especially valuable for research tasks where accuracy and source verification matter. Best use cases include market research, competitive analysis, fact-checking, staying current on industry news, and any task where you need cited, verifiable information rather than AI-generated content. The consideration is that Perplexity is more of a research and retrieval tool than a content creation tool. It's not the right choice when you need to produce long-form written content or creative output. Grok is xAI's AI assistant, built by Elon Musk's team and deeply integrated with X, formerly known as Twitter. What makes Grok distinctive is its real-time access to what's happening on X, trends, conversations, breaking news, and social commentary, in a way no other AI tool can match. It also tends to have a more conversational and sometimes irreverent tone, which can make it engaging to use. Best use cases include monitoring social media trends, understanding what's being discussed in real time on X, social media strategy research, and staying on top of rapidly evolving news stories. The consideration is that Grok requires an X Premium subscription, and its knowledge base and tool ecosystem are less extensive than ChatGPT or Claude, so it's most powerful as a complement to other tools rather than a primary AI assistant. Notion AI is the AI layer built directly into Notion, the popular workspace and knowledge management platform. If you or your team already use Notion to organize information, manage projects, or maintain a company wiki, Notion AI adds a powerful AI layer on top of that existing knowledge. You can ask it to summarize pages, generate content, fill in templates, translate text, and even query your workspace's content directly. Best use cases include teams that live in Notion, knowledge management, project documentation, meeting summaries, and generating structured content like SOPs or briefs directly inside your workspace. The consideration is that Notion AI is most valuable when you're already a Notion user. If you don't use Notion, you'd be adopting an entire workspace platform just to access the AI features, which may not make sense for everyone. Gamma is a newer AI tool that's changing how we create presentations and documents. Instead of starting with a blank slide in PowerPoint or Keynote, you give Gamma a prompt or paste in your content, and it generates a complete visually polished presentation for you in seconds. It handles layout, design, and structure automatically, so you spend your time refining the message rather than wrestling with formatting. Best use cases include creating presentations quickly, generating client-facing documents, producing pitch decks or reports, and anyone who needs professional-looking output without graphic design skills. The consideration is that Gamma's output, while impressive and fast, may need customization to fully match your brand guidelines, and for highly technical or complex presentations, you'll still want to invest time in review and refinement. Adobe Firefly is Adobe's AI image generation tool, and what sets it apart in a critical way is that it was trained exclusively on licensed content, specifically Adobe stock images and public domain content. This matters enormously for commercial use. While other AI image generators can raise questions about copyright and intellectual property, Firefly is designed from the ground up to be commercially safe. It's also deeply integrated into Adobe's Creative Cloud suite, including Photoshop and Illustrator. Best use cases include marketing teams, designers, and any professional context where copyright compliance is non-negotiable. If you're creating images for commercial campaigns, client deliverables, or branded content, Firefly's commercially safe status is a significant advantage. The consideration is that its artistic range can feel more conservative compared to Midjourney's highly stylized outputs. Canva AI brings generative AI directly into Canva's design platform, which is already one of the most widely used design tools for non-designers. With Canva AI, you can generate images, write copy, resize designs for different platforms, and create entire presentations using AI assistance, all within Canva's familiar drag and drop interface. It lowers the barrier to professional looking design significantly. Best use cases include social media content, marketing materials, presentations, and anyone who wants AI assisted design without the learning curve of professional design software. It's particularly powerful for small business owners, marketers, and content creators who need to produce high volumes of visual content efficiently. The consideration is that while Canva AI is versatile and accessible, it's not the right tool for highly complex or custom creative work that requires the precision of professional design software. Midjourney is widely considered the gold standard for artistic AI image generation. If you want images that are visually stunning, richly detailed, and genuinely artistic, Midjourney consistently produces results that stand out from other image generators. It gives you significant control over style, mood, composition, and aesthetic through detailed prompting. Best use cases include creative projects, artistic imagery, brand inspiration, concept visualization, social media visuals, and any context where visual impact and aesthetic quality are the priority. It's the tool creative professionals reach for when they want images that feel crafted rather than generated. The consideration is that Midjourney operates primarily through Discord, which has a learning curve, and it does not have the same commercially safe training data assurances as Adobe Firefly, so for commercial use, you should review its terms of service carefully. Now that we've covered each tool individually, how do you actually choose the right one? The answer depends on three things: your task, your ecosystem, and your work style. For text and productivity, drafting, writing, summarizing, reasoning, your primary tools are ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. For knowledge management and presentations, look to Notion AI and Gamma. For image and design work, your toolkit includes Adobe Firefly for commercial safety, Midjourney for artistic quality, and Canva AI for accessible design. The right choice also depends on where you already work. If you're in Microsoft 365 all day, Copilot is a natural fit. If you live in Google Workspace, Gemini integrates seamlessly. And if research with verified sources is central to your work, Perplexity belongs in your toolkit. The most effective AI users don't pick one tool and use it for everything. They build a small, curated set of tools that match their specific workflows. As we wrap up, let's talk about the most important principle for working effectively with AI going forward. AI works best as a collaborative partner, not a replacement for your judgment. The future belongs to people who know how to combine their human expertise, critical thinking, and strategic vision with the speed and scale that AI provides. A few key guidelines to take with you. Always verify important outputs before acting on them. Bring your domain expertise to the prompts you write. The better your input, the better the output. Be thoughtful about what data you share with AI tools, especially in professional contexts, and continue learning. This landscape is evolving rapidly, and staying curious is your greatest competitive advantage. Thank you for joining me for navigating the AI landscape. I'm Debbie Brenner, and if you'd like to go deeper on any of these tools or get strategic guidance on building AI into your workflow, email me at debbie@amplify-elevate-engage.com. Let's turn AI chaos into strategic clarity together.